Good morning. You know, in the month of Elul, we're preparing for our holidays. One of the things we, quite frankly, prepare for is that break fast. All right, break fast is one of the most important and major social institutions of Jewish life, right? In your family, amongst your friends. It's a fascinating thing, a break fast. And we look forward to it because we've been fasting, and it's been intense. So I want to just pause for a moment and think about that fasting on Yom Kippur. What's its purpose? I understand psychologically and poetically the idea is when you're fasting, you're dying, right? It's like you're dying. So Yom Kippur, we're reminding ourselves, is this our last year? We're reminding ourselves we're mortal. And in a year of COVID, that's such a powerful message. That's why we fast, to remind ourselves we're mortal, right? That's one reason. But I think there's another even more profound reason, and the rabbis actually taught it to us by choosing the Haftorah from Isaiah on Yom Kippur morning. This is what Isaiah says. Is such the fast I desire, a day for people to starve their bodies? Is it bowing the head like a bulrush and lying in sackcloth and ashes? You call that a fast, says Isaiah? A day when the Lord is favorable? No. This is the fast I desire, says the Lord. To unlock fetters of wickedness, untie the cords of the yoke, to let the oppressed go free, to break off every yoke. It is to share your bread with the hungry. Isaiah said the reason we fast is to understand what it means to be a person who has no choice but to fast, what it means to be a person who is hungry because there isn't enough food. We know break fast is coming and it's a feast. It's amazing, right? Lox, bagels, and the whole thing. So let me conclude with this lesson about fasting. A teacher in Minnesota asked his class, how many of you ate breakfast this morning? Only a few of them raised their hands. He continued, how many of you skipped breakfast this morning because you don't like breakfast? Some hands went up. He was pretty sure then why the remaining children hadn't eaten, but he wanted to ask them about poverty. So he asked, how many of you skip breakfast because your family doesn't usually eat breakfast? A few more hands went up. Then he noticed a small boy in the middle of the classroom whose hand had not gone up. Thinking the boy hadn't understood, he said, young boy, why didn't you eat breakfast this morning? And the boy replied, his face very serious, it wasn't my turn. It wasn't my turn to eat breakfast. Fasting on Yom Kippur is to focus on what it means to be hungry. And with COVID, hunger is a real threat, not only in America, but throughout the entire world. So on Yom Kippur, before Yom Kippur, think about how much it would cost to make a meal, 2-3 meals as we do during the day for all your family on Yom Kippur. Calculate it and then write a check to a food bank, a kosher food bank, Camilla's house, doesn't matter. A food bank to feed people. That's what it means to fast on Yom Kippur, to do that mitzvah of feeding the hungry. Have a very safe and good morning. Take care.